All right, we are live. It looks like everything went through. I hope everybody can hear me all right. Turn that reverb down while I'm just talking. Let's see what happens here. I did not have my usual sweet amount of time to market this one and tell everybody I was going to be here. I was behind all week, but this is Rise of the Five Strings is the theme tonight. It's going to be instruments with 5 strings primarily. I'll still play some guitar tonight, but I may have to fight to get an audience in here because I didn't do my due diligence all week. Good evening. Looks like I got 3 viewers. Welcome, folks. Drop a comment in there to let me know who's here, because I don't get much heads up about that. So go ahead and say hello to me if you would. It kind of inspires me to keep going. I need to make sure that's muted over there. Okay, we're good. All right. Hey Tim, welcome to the stream. Hope you got your ice cream ready. It's about 18 degrees outside. I hope it's a little warmer where you are, because it's not much fun to be out there. The dogs don't like going and doing their business out in the snow much at all. So I'm on the tee tonight. Lisa, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the YouTube home of everything I'm doing. My apologies. I did not get the chance to tune all these instruments right before I got in here. Well, let's just say this has been the week where everything has either been frozen or broken or both. And if it hasn't been breaking, it's been getting fixed. We just got the plumbing thawed out around 5 o'clock this afternoon. In the process of thawing the plumbing, I found out my drain tub was busted, so had to go into that and extract that and put a new one in. And the thermostat's going out on the fridge. I'm living a country song. Boy, tonight I thought I would play a little bit of 5-string instruments. It occurred to me that I've been playing fiddle now. This September will be 20 years. And the whole time I've played fiddle, it's always been a little bit more of a mellow or darker sound that I've been seeking. And at some point, I realized that the 5-string was the sound that I'd had in my head all along. And yeah, it's been kind of an evolving process as an artist. Sorry, I'm reading the chat here as I go. And yeah, the 5-string, when I picked my first one up in 2019, it became my voice almost overnight. That was just the sound that I'd always been finding lacking, and that's put me down the rabbit hole. I've gone probably deeper down this rabbit hole of finding the perfect 5-string fiddle than I have any guitar that I've ever played. And there's kind of 5 songs that I'm not really going to do in any sequential order, but there's 5 songs that I wanted to play on the fiddle and on the banjo that sort of define who I am as an artist today. I'm going to play the first one. This is a Guy Clark tune. I wish I was in Austin, in a chilly parlor bar, drinking mad dog margaritas and not caring where you are. But here I sit in Dublin, just a rolling cigarette, holding back and choking back the tears with every breath. Forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I love you from the get-go and I'll love you till I die. I love you on your Spanish steps the day you said goodbye. Now I am just a poor boy, works my middle name. If money was a reason, I would never be the same. Oh, I have been to Fort Worth, and I have been to Spain, and I have been too proud to come out from the rain. Forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I love you from the get-go and I'll love you till I die. I love you on the Spanish steps the day you said goodbye. Well, I'll stand up and be counted. I'll face up to the truth. I can walk away from trouble. I can't walk away from you. Forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I love you from the get-go and I'll love you till I die. I love you on the Spanish steps the day you said goodbye. Now I have seen the David, seen a Mona Lisa too, and I have heard Doc Watson play Columbus Stockade Blues. Forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I love you from the get-go and I'll love you till I die. day you said goodbye. Oh, that one was written by Mr. Guy Clark. I played that on the octave fiddle, which is an instrument that kind of defies the laws of physics and gravity a little bit. It's a fiddle that is tuned a full octave below the normal and kind of falls in the range of a cello. Still learning how to play that. Speaking of cellos, I see Brian Carver is here on the chat tonight. Brian is responsible for my banjo cello, and unfortunately I don't have that tonight. I was going to miss it. I knew it, but I was in Kokomo yesterday for a repair, and I dropped it off to have some work done on it to make it a little bit more to my liking. So, Brian, thanks for stopping by. You said you would, and you're a man of your word. Let's see here. So, where am I at here? Diane, yeah, I did. Ian Daniel over at Sport Clips, there in Beech Grove. He got to me last minute today, right after the puppies got their veterinarian care. I was able to sneak in there real quick and get a haircut. Let's see here. How many fiddles do I own? Well, let's see. Right in front of me here, I have 4, and I probably have, I think there's 3 or 4 more over there, so somewhere in there. The 5 strings all kind of do the same thing with the exception of the octave. This is Big Guy over here, and I should have played that last song on this instrument, actually. This is a 16.5-inch viola, which we'll show up for comparison. I'll get this fiddle off the stand here to show you just kind of how massive Big Guy is. How am I going to do this? Where's the camera? It's hard to show the scale. Maybe like this. Yeah. This is 14 inches. This is 16.5. Which it's a massive difference. I got this instrument last summer, and I'm still kind of figuring out exactly what I want to do with it, but it's actually tuned the same as my normal fiddles. It just has a little bit more body to it. Makes me look really tiny when I play it. Anyway, we'll find something I can play on that later. Let's see here. I didn't get a chance to tune this, so my apologies. This is also one of Brian's creations. This is become quickly one of my favorite banjos to play around the house. What tuning am I going to? There we go. With all these constant changes in humidity around the house here, it's been hard to keep on top of it all. I run a humidifier in the studio, but it's been almost impossible to stay on top of everything this week with everything else that's been going on. I probably should remind everybody that I am seeking subscribers and followers on all social media platforms, so the little banner's going to flash there. Anyway, this is a tune that I've learned various sets of words to it. The melody is pretty familiar to most folk musicians, but the words change with every singer. It's called 500 Miles. Well, I'm rolling down the track, I got tears in my eyes, trying to read a letter from my home. If this train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause it's 500 miles away from home. Well, this train that I ride is 1,000 coaches long. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, Lord, I'm four, Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Well, I'll pawn you my watch, I'll pawn you my chain, I'll pawn you my gold diamond ring. If this train runs me right, I'll be home tomorrow night, 'cause it's 500 miles away from home. Away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Got no shirt on my back, not a penny to my name. Lord, I can't go back home this away. This away, this away, this away, this away. Lord, I can't go back home this away. But if you say so, I'll railroad no more. Sidetrack my train and come home. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, Lord, I'm four, Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Oh, folks, it is good to be home in the studio and playing some music. I spent a week fixing things that were breaking, some of them faster than I could fix them. It seemed like everything was just kind of falling in all at once. But it's the time of the month where my phone has been ringing, and it's people who want to pay me. So I haven't really had the luxury of telling anybody no. It is what it is. I cannot complain about having work. Being a freelance person, I just can't afford to tell anybody, no, I'm not going to drive to Kokomo and do your job. I just can only afford to tell them how much. But yesterday was kind of a bust, actually, Brian. After I left your shop with the Banjo, I went to the site, and UPS lost the parts that they shipped out there. And so, even though they said somebody signed for it, nobody did. So I basically, except for going to Brian's shop to have some work done on my Banjo, the entire trip to Kokomo was a bust. Check out this cool mug. How's this? I got a Bumblebee themed microphone. I thought I'd use my Bumblebee limited edition coffee cup because it was really cheap at Kroger's one day. And it holds like an entire pot of tea, which when you're doing these live streams, I tend to like to have that flexibility. Where are we here? We got 5 viewers. All right, so I'm retaining numbers from last week, hopefully. All right. So, should I go back to a fiddle or should I go to a banjo? There's going to be a little bit of a lag here as I wait for the comments to shoot. Yeah. Okay. Diane, yeah, you like the shirt? Yeah, this is actually Roundup's apparel. That when I was playing in the Western Swing Band, I would, of course, dress like this with those guys. And, you know, after I left the band due to COVID, actually, I never really left. They just stopped calling me, but I won't throw anybody under the bus. I just decided to stay wearing this stuff. You know, 19-year-old me, 8-year-old me is still internally just fangirling out for having such a cool wardrobe in a band. Let's see. Oh, unanimous. We want banjo. Okay, let me get banjo then. This is I don't think I've played this on the live stream in a while. Not since quarantine back last year. This is my Gibson. I've got it set up like John Hartford used to play his banjos, though. It's not quite as piercing. It's down in a low D tuning, below standard. But Brian, sometime we're going to have to collaborate on a banjo that'll do maybe a nylon string version of this or something, or I don't know. This banjo playing in a house is kind of like, I don't know, it's like having a Ferrari parked in your garage that you just go and you fire it up and you just leave it there in park, but you rev the engine a little bit in the garage for no apparent reason. This banjo should be, you know, raising the roof off of some venue somewhere, but it's fun to play at home too. Amazingly, I pulled it out of the case and it was in tune perfectly almost. So this is yeah, this is just kind of my loud piece. I actually use this to set the levels for the audio. Which let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. I can adjust. This week we have a little bit more technology in play than we did last week. Some folks were saying it was a little quiet. So. Well, don't leave your records in the sun. The warp and they won't be good for anyone. Well, they just won't play, just won't play, just won't play, just won't play no more. Well, I had me a record that I really did like. It was the last one they had in the store. I left it on the back seat of a Model A Ford. Now it just won't play no more. So don't leave your records in the sun. They'll warp and they won't be good for anyone. Well, they just won't play, just won't play, just won't play no more. Well, some. The warp and they won't be good for anyone. John Hartford, once again, taking us all to school on where wit and whimsy come together at a crossroads. And speaking of John Hartford, it's hard to believe that it's been 21 years since he's passed. And I miss him. I never knew him, but I've grown to be a very big fan of his music. And it's had one of the most profound impacts on me of any musician that wasn't primarily a guitar player. You know, Norman Blake, Doc Watson, those guys certainly shaped every note that I ever play on the guitar. But John is definitely a big influence on me. And let's get out something exciting here. This is fun. This is very fun. How's my hair? Is my hair alright? Alright. So, quiet you. Don't give it away. So the banjo has a reputation of being very annoying. Very brash. Very loud, in your face, and annoying. And Brian, he went one step further. This is a banjo-reen. It has a tambourine body with a nice hoop tone ring, of course, and a 5-string banjo neck on it. And I'm not sure what tuning that is supposed to be. I strung it up last night, was messing around with it after I got it home. Brian graciously dropped this on me. And I'm having a hard time putting it down. The way I was telling a friend of mine was that as if a banjo wasn't annoying enough, we went ahead and made it jangly as well. It's got jangly bits. Yeah, it's sounds like a banjo. Anyway, you can do your own fanfares at the end. Yeah, Kyle, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I did find a barber. He's actually right next door to where we went and got pho that time back in May when we shot all those videos. Yeah, it worked out. He wedged me in and did a I think, a really good job of giving me the haircut I wanted at a price that I could afford. Yeah, Brian, I'm having a hard time putting that banjo down. I'm trying to figure out what material I want to do on it yet. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm so glad you dropped that on me. That was a pleasant surprise that brightened up my otherwise rather oddball week. Let's see here. I'm going to dig out something else. All right, yeah. Shout out to Ian Daniel. This closed out my Wood and Wire album a few years ago, and I don't know, I'm kind of feeling nostalgic for home a little bit. It's called Cincinnati Serenade. I was born by a great river. Some folks call the Ohio. Lulled to sleep by a steamboat's whistle. Can't you hear that mournful sound? Cincinnati was my home, but I left many years ago. And tonight my thoughts go wandering to the place I love so. Alright, let's read some comments. Yeah, Lisa, that banjo, I think it does have a really great sound. Brian really makes some cool stuff. Yeah, I hope he's still here so I can brag on him a little bit. His shop just smells incredible. I mean, I've been in some really great smelling restaurants and coffee shops, and my favorite smell of all is probably saddles and cowboy boots. But Man, the smell of all the walnut that he builds all those banjos out of, it's a fragrance that I could get really used to. And I was so glad I got the chance to go up there. Of course, I'm really excited about what's going to happen to that banjo when I get it back. And I'm pretty optimistic about what's going to happen. Brian has been sharing some pictures of the progress so far, and I think it looks great. So, where are we at here? Let me read some comments here. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah. Oh, I was wondering where Dina was. She called me on the phone the other day, and we had a nice little chat. And, she is still trying to find something that'll hold my mutant 5-string fiddle. We had a case that we originally tried to put it in, and it didn't fit, and it's been a little bit of a problem child for us. Getting back to the fiddle. Oh, you already got the neck fretted. All right. Awesome. Yeah, I'm thrilled. I want to switch fiddles because I can. This is Rise of the 5-string. This is kind of been fun for me. I've gone down a pretty deep rabbit hole trying to find the one I like, and fiddles, it's not like electric guitars where you can just change out parts with a screwdriver and a soldering iron. You kind of have to just find one that sort of works for you and allows you to express yourself. Frank, welcome to the show. It's been a long, hard week. I'm so glad to be able to sit up in the studio and play some music. We just got the plumbing in the bathroom thawed out about 5 o'clock this afternoon. But Saturday, everything started out all right. We was having breakfast at the breakfast dining room table there, and I heard the evaporator motor on my refrigerator go out. So I ran down the corner to the appliance repair store, got a part for that, put that in, and then we discovered by Monday that the pipes had frozen in the bathroom. Monday night I tried to thaw everything out, and I found out that the tub drain was leaking, so had to get a new one of those. Now the thermostat's going out on the refrigerator, and if that compressor kicks out, I'm needing to buy a new refrigerator. So hit that tip jar. There's a link in the description there to send me a few dollars towards a new refrigerator on PayPal, and of course there's the merch store and the sample t-shirts all the way over there. So I'd have to almost unplug the camera to get to it, but if you go to that link to the merch store, of course you can see the new Caleb Hawkins 5-string branded apparel. I got shirts in all colors. I've even got hooded sweatshirts, coffee cups, the whole bit. Alright, this is an old Delmore Brothers tune that I've been... Oh, tell Dina she can watch the rerun. It'll be up probably tomorrow morning. This is an old Delmore Brothers tune called Pan American Boogie. Folks, if you want to take a trip, better take it on a train to call Ellen Pride. It's Pan American Boogie. Lord, Lord, what a train. Take her off to Cincinnati, boogie down to New Orleans. Well, she boogies on down to Louisville. If the gals won't kiss you, then the racehorse will. Pan American boogie. Lordy, Lordy, what a train. Take off from Cincinnati, boogie down to New Orleans. Well, I got me a little gal down in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm gonna meet at the station, 'cause she's waiting there for me. Lordy, Lordy, what a train. Take off from Cincinnati, boogie down to New Orleans. Well, she rolls on into Birmingham, most magical city in all Alabama, Pan American boogie. Lordy, Lordy, what a train. Take off from Cincinnati, boogie down to New Orleans. Yay! It is still so weird playing these live streams and not having a room full of people to ignore me. Nothing but the deafening sound of silence and the fan on my computer trying to keep my computer from melting down. Oh, let's see here. Where are we at? Let's see. What do I want to play? What do I want to play? What do I want to play? That is the question. You know, every now and then a song comes along that just changes the way you think about stuff. Or maybe it gives you an education in making music. And for me, I was sitting around a campfire in 2008, and a songwriter by the name of Steve Sprinkle, down Texas way, pulled out this big shiny black guitar, started playing all these great songs that he'd written, and I thought they were just great. Then he played this song that stopped me in my tracks. This guitar is very old and doesn't stay in tune. And I'm still very young and I don't stay in tune either. This is the second song from Guy Clark I'm going to play tonight. I got an old blue shirt, it fits me just right. I like the way it feels, so I wear it all the time. I got a pair of boots, they fit me just right. I can work all day and I can dance all night. Got an old used truck, runs just like a top. I get the feeling it ain't never gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Got a good friend who's seen me at my best and at my worst. He can't decide if I'm a blessing or a curse, but he always shows up when the chips are down. That's the kind of friend I like to keep around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall, the kind of stuff you can reach for when you fall. Got an old guitar, don't ever stay in tune. I like the way it sounds in a dark and empty room. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Oh, the woman I love is crazy. She paints like God. She's got a playground sense of justice. She don't take odds. I got a tattoo with her name right through my soul, and I think everything she touches turns to gold. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Stuff that works, stuff that's real, stuff that works, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall, the kind of stuff you can reach for when you fall. Oh, guy wrote some good songs. I gotta move that away from the mic because that's getting in my headphones and it's driving me crazy, and it's probably messing with you folks too. Alright, let's see. I can still read comments, so that's good. Alright. Still holding in at 6 viewers. That's pretty good for me. Oh, that tea's good. Anybody keeping track at home, that's honey lemon ginseng tea. And when I regularly consume that stuff, I never have a head cold all season long. It's one of my favorites. Lisa, that's definitely one of my favorite guy tunes. There's some others that I really love, and I should probably put like a Spotify playlist together or something for folks so they can listen to some of these influences I have. Guy was a monster songwriter and a fantastic storyteller. One of my favorite stories that I heard was it was him and I think Rodney Crowell, and they ended up they were playing in Austin, Texas, and Ray Wiley Hubbard crashed your show, and they put him up on the stage. Said, you know, why don't you play a couple of tunes? Well, he was up on the stage getting warmed up to do his thing. They left. They got in a limo, and they told the limousine driver that they was looking for the best barbecue in Austin, Texas. The limousine driver said, "Do you want the stuff the tourists eat, or do you want the stuff that the locals eat?" They said, "We want the stuff the locals eat." So the driver did a donut in the parking lot, and then he dumped him off next door. This is Stompin' Tom Connor's song from up above us in Canada. Little Wah-Wah was a wild goose who from the Southlands flew in a V-shaped line of wild geese with her lover gander goo, her lover gander goo. Little Wah-Wah, little Wah-Wah. They flew across North Michigan to see the sights below, for they were on their honeymoon to North Ontario, North Ontario. Little Wah-Wah, little Wah-Wah. Honk, honk, said little Wah-Wah. Honk, honk, my gander goo. Goose talk, that means I love you, and I always will be true. I always will be true. Well, the night was fast approaching. There came a hissing sound. It was an arrow from an Indian's bow, and gander goo fell down. Gander goo fell down. Little Wah-Wah, little Wah-Wah. Honk, honk, said little Wah-Wah. Honk, honk, my gander goo. And goose talk, that means I love you, and I always will be true. I always will be true. Well, the geese, they kept on flying. Wah-Wah would not go. She went to find her lover in the bushland down below, the bushland down below. Little Wah-Wah, a little Wah-Wah. A goose that died from heartache, a legend she became. Now she'll live forever in the town that bears her name, the town that bears her name. Little Wah-Wah, little Wah-Wah. If you see her statue off Highway 17, you'll know that you're in Wah-Wah, and your love song he will sing. Honk, honk, said little Wah-Wah. Honk, honk, my gander goo. Goose talk, that means I love you, and I always will be true. I always will be true. It's funny, I sing a Canadian country song with a southern accent, and I can't help it. This is how I was born and raised. That's okay. I've heard Kyle sing in French with a Western drawl, so I always love the fact that accents sometimes, in fact most times, seem to stay with a person no matter what language you're speaking. And music being a universal language, I feel like it sticks around too. And I think that the last year has been really hard on musicians, but musicians are resilient bunches. You know, I didn't know how to do this a year ago when I set out to play music this year. I decided I was going to do whatever it took, and I'll be here every Friday night unless I have a show somewhere, and I know I've got one next month, I believe, on a Friday night. I should have my calendar memorized, but I don't. There's not that many dates though, so I don't have much of an excuse. So, yeah, I should tell the story of this banjo. This is a Gibson RB250 in its current configuration. What happened was I had a banjo from California, a Deering Sierra that was an incredible banjo, but it was also incredibly heavy and worth a little bit of money. And I sold it to to do some home renovation and to save some weight off my back and buy a guitar that I'd had my eye on, that I was hoping would be a little more ergonomic to help with my ailing wrist at the time. And I got this banjo that was really lightweight and easy to play, and I played the Knickerbocker Saloon. I opened for a band out of Nashville, and I was only doing maybe 3 banjo tunes in that show back then, but I played them, and when I got done, and I had a great show. I had just a really engaged audience. The sound guy listened to me during sound check, said, "Oh, you're a Doc Watson fan," and knew exactly how to dial me in. Everything was great. It was one of the best shows that I've played in the last 10 years. And I'm in the hallway slinging merch, and this guy walks up. He goes, "Your banjo sounds terrible." And I'm sitting there going, "Excuse me? I thought it sounded great." It's a little mountain banjo, and lightweight and easy to play. And he said, "It just doesn't cut." He said, "There's something wrong with it." And so this was at the shop that I worked at the time, and I had stared at it, but said, I don't need it. It's too heavy and it's too much money. And besides, early on I had the excuse I had the Deering, and then I had the excuse that I didn't want a banjo that heavy. So I real quick made some adjustments and ended up with this. So as near as I can tell, this is a 1960s banjo. The round part, the pot, is a 1960s Gibson. And then this neck was put on, I don't know when. And hey Ryan, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel so you get next week's show as well. But anyway, so the neck is a replica Gibson neck. I think this thing probably was like a tenor banjo or something else. So I named this banjo Dolly. Dolly is famous for saying that she's real where it counts, and the heart and soul of a banjo is this round assembly right here. That's the guts of a banjo. That's what makes the difference between a cheap banjo and a great banjo. And yeah, I love it. It is heavy, and like I said earlier, it's like parking a Ferrari in your garage and revving the engine for no good reason. But with the week I've had of fixing appliances and fixing other people's screw-ups and compensating for every curve thrown at me, do another John Hartford tune. Well, I sure do miss that good old-fashioned electric washing machine, the kind that we ain't got around here no more. And I sure do miss them stomping, swinging sounds, and I miss them groovy puddles on the floor. The new one just sits there in the corner of the basement in all its glory on a Monday morning. And the old one went. Well, I cried the day they carried away that good old-fashioned electric washing machine, 'cause I'm sentimental for the old machine still, yeah. 'Cause the old one really did look like a real life washing machine, and the new one looks more like a television set. Just sits there. The old one went. That's a spin cycle. Well, I sure do miss that good old-fashioned electric washing machine, the kind that we ain't got around here no more. And I sure do miss them stomping, swinging sounds, gonna miss them groovy puddles on the floor. Oh, Ryan, you said you lost power at the hotel in Tulsa, and oh man, I hope it's warm there. Hopefully their heat's gas anyway. I guess you're living on Tulsa time, huh? Sorry, had to do it. I know, that's probably like a cliche song around there for you Oklahomans, but it is still one of my favorite Don Williams tunes. All right, let's see here. We're coming up on, we're past the first hour, so I don't have much more time with you. I'm sure somebody's probably got to adjust their laundry if I stick around too much longer. Oh man, the heater's out too. Well, I hope that at least they brought you extra blankets. Is it a storm, or is it just faulty power at the hotel? Inquiring minds want to know. I don't know all the words to Tulsa time. I left Oklahoma driving in a Pontiac, just about to lose my mind. I was going to California, maybe on to Arizona, or something. I was going to Arizona, maybe on to California, where the people all live so fine. Living on Tulsa time, living on Tulsa time. Gonna set my watch back to it, 'cause you know that I've been through it, living on Tulsa time. Something like that. I don't know all the words. It's a great grooving tune. Never could figure out that intro. I always run out of neck. I don't know how that guy was doing it. It must have been in some weird tuning or something. Incidentally, though, if you like Don Williams, one of the last performances he must have given was at the Stagecoach Festival, and the whole performance is on YouTube. You should definitely, when I hang up here for the night, you should go and look for that. Look for Don Williams at Stagecoach. I mean, here's an old guy, and he's just rocking, sitting on a bar stool, playing that old Gibson hollow body guitar. His band's a bunch of old guys too, but man, they just sounded great, singing harmonies better than they ever sang. And his voice was in rare form too. And I definitely recommend you watch that sometime. Anyway, happy Valentine's, by the way. Somebody said Valentine's, and that reminded me. It is coming up on Valentine's, and you know, I don't really celebrate Hallmark holidays too much. I try to just do nice things for the people that I care about throughout the year. And every time I go to the grocery store or take out the trash or something like that. Last year for Valentine's Day, I had the opportunity to go and do something nice for somebody else. If he's in the chat, he knows who I'm talking about. I texted him this week. I said, "You sure you got Valentine's covered this year?" He couldn't help last year. He was in a foreign country. I said, "Because if you don't, I'll show up on her porch with a puppy." Won't take me but about 20 minutes to be out there with a puppy with a bow tie around his neck, holding a basket full of puppy supplies. Yeah, I'm just ornery enough to do it anyway. But I wouldn't want to part with the puppy now. I'm pretty attached to the little guy. Those of you who know everything that I've been through this last fall here, I took in a rescue dog off the streets, and she was pregnant. She gave me 8 healthy, beautiful puppies, and we rehomed 6 of them to forever homes. But they're sleeping right now, Brian. I'm not waking those guys up for loving their money. But yeah, they just went to the veterinarian's office today. They are healthy and strong. They tested negative for all of the parasites and things that puppies sometimes manage to pick up. They're doing phenomenally well. The vet is very happy with their progress and their growth. They go back in about another 3 weeks for their 3rd and final set of immunity shots. And yeah, they're they're still getting car sick, so it was not much fun taking them and bringing them home. But incredible animals, and I am so proud of everything they are becoming. And pretty soon here we'll be able to bring them out, and you'll be able to meet them when we're out and about. And I know I have at least one farmer's market show in September, and by that time they should be pretty good size. But with a little luck, I might even be able to bring them out for that. I just might need some volunteers to come out and hold leashes while I perform. Anyway, where was I going with this? Why did I tune this guitar to this tuning? Oh yeah, here we go. An old Keith Whitley tune for Valentine's. It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart without saying a word. You light up the dark. Try as I may, I could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. Well, the smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me ever I fall. Now you say it best when you say nothing at all. All day long I can hear people talking out loud, but when you hold me near, you drown out the crowd. Try as I may, I can never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. Old Mr. Webster could never find what's being said between your heart and mine. 'Cause the smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me ever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. One of my favorite love songs that I've ever heard. I feel like that's a very honest song, and I like honest songs. If you haven't noticed a trend with what I do, I'm a big fan of songs that say what they mean and don't mix metaphors too heavily so as to cloud your message. One of the things I like about Texas songwriters is they're so direct, and it's just I don't know. It's sort of a thing for me. With the week I've been having and everything going on in my life right now, everything breaking and needing fixed all in one shot, or the long hours working, breaking, and fixing other people's projects, solving all the world's problems, it felt like for a while there. I don't know, this song popped into my head. I don't know, maybe somebody else is going through some stuff too. Maybe this will be relevant for you all. We're the best partners this world's ever seen, together through thick or thin. But sometimes it's hard to find time in between to tell you what you are to me. Well, you are the rose of my heart. You are the love of my life, a flower not fading or falling apart. If you're tired rest your head on my arm. Rose of my heart. When sorrow holds you in her arms of clay, it's raindrops that fall from your eyes. Your smiles like the sun come to earth for a day. You brighten my blackest of skies. For you are the rose of my heart. You are the love of my life, a flower not fading or falling apart. If you're cold, let my love keep you warm, a rose of my heart. Yeah, you are the rose of my heart. You are the love of my life, a flower not fading or falling apart. If you're tired, rest your head on my arm, rose of my heart. Alright, where are we at in the comments? Oh, people are talking about... Oh, Kyle has a real gig coming up. Aren't we fancy? No, good on you. Good on you. Playing a venue out there. Okay, yeah. Awesome, yeah. If Kyle can ever get a show out here in Indiana, I'm definitely going to be having to drag my friends out again and make sure that they get a chance to see the Kyle Dillingham show. Kyle, we need to just book a venue and do something, man. We need to just approach some venues and tell them that we cost $1 billion and they need to book us or else. What other love songs that I know that aren't nasty? Not nasty in like a bad way, just, snarky and mean. I don't want to sing mean songs. Well, let's see here. I'm going to probably butcher the words of this one, but I like this one anyway. Come on, let's see here. Baby, were you just about to kiss me? Or were you just about to leave? Come and sit down here beside me. Maybe take a moment just to breathe. 'Cause I love you in the winter when the roots grow deep. Love you in the spring when the leaves turn green. Love you in the summer when the trees grow tall. Love you in the fall of the year when the leaves turn brown, when they cover the ground, down where the roots grow deep, my love will keep. Why worry about our future if we're not worried about our past? Don't you worry about that question you've been just about to ask. 'Cause I love you in the winter when the roots grow deep, love you in the spring when the leaves turn green, love you in the summer when the trees grow tall, I love you in the fall of the year, when the leaves turn brown and they cover the ground, down where the roots grow deep, my love will keep. Will keep. All right, that's a song by Adrian Young and Little Sadie. They were kind of one of those flash in the pan bands that I really liked. I didn't think they put out anything I didn't love. And Adrian just decided that the stress of running a band and touring the world and having to do payroll and all that fun stuff was too much, and she quit the road. And my understanding is she works at like some historical site as an interpreter, and she has a beautiful family now, and I hope that she is insanely happy, because she sure could write some good songs. Fiddle and skateboard. Well, I can only do the fiddle. I don't skateboard. I never had the coordination. Oh, let's see here. Where are we at on time? I've been trying to keep these things to about 90 minutes because I feel like that's about all I can really ask folks to stick around for. It's really about all my attention span can come up with for my own line of talk. Oh, let's see here. What have I got here? Who all's still here anyway? I see my Oklahoma faction of fans is here. It seems like I see you all are talking, and maybe this year I can make it out to Oklahoma. Wherever I would stay would have to be dog friendly. But other than that, I would love to come out to Oklahoma soon and see the great state, because it seems like it must be a great place because there's a lot of great people out there. Maybe I can come out and live on that Tulsa time that they've been talking about. And of course, I'm going to have to come out and say howdy to Dina and talk fiddle shop with her sometime. Lisa, you're still here. Kyle, you're cooking dinner? Yeah, you're doing that musician dinner time, aren't you? What you cooking, buddy? If Kyle's making something real good, I can be there in 20 minutes as soon as I turn this camera off. I'm going to play that on something easier. This is hard to play sitting down, and if I stand up, I won't be in the camera. I actually want to be able to show that I can play some of those shifts that Kyle taught me back in, when was that, September? August, something like that. Gonna stack up some of these empties here just as soon as we know where they lay. Tie off of them jolly and leading lines on a long hot summer day. For every day you work on Illinois River, get a half a day off with pay. Tie off of them jolly and leading lines on a long hot summer day. Well, I got me a gal in Pecan, she's a good old gal, okay. I bet she's sitting by a window fan on a long hot summer day. Well, last night we had pork for supper. Tonight'll be chicken consomme and a fruit jar full of iced tea on a long hot summer day. Well, we put a man off in Beardstown when we come down yesterday. I'm gonna get off down at Alton on a long hot summer day. For every day I work on Illinois River, get a half a day off with pay. On a towboat building up barges on a long hot summer day. Alright folks, I'm coming up on that 90-minute mark, and like I said, I don't want to take up everybody's Friday night. I'm sure there's folks that still got laundry to adjust or things to do in the kitchen and this and that and the other. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I think this is a record turnout for me so far. Do me a favor, if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel. That helps me grow. It helps me rise up through the algorithm, all that fun stuff that all the musicians are always struggling with. And as soon as I hit 1,000 people, I should be set to monetize this channel. So I just rolled over 200 earlier this week, and I'm really grateful for that after, oh gosh, probably about 14 years of slacking off. I'm finally getting someplace. If you do want to support me, there's a PayPal link there in the description as well, or you can get yourself something nice out of the merch store. Once again, be kind, be empathetic to your friends and your neighbors and your family. Be patient. Most of all, spread that around because it's contagious. I'm going to leave you out with this one. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again next week at the same time.